This may be my only video for the next couple of days as I sneezed last night and my back went out, so I'm in a lot of pain, but I thought I just wanted to get this out there because people need to know what's going on. Over the last 24 to 48 hours, we've had a lot of rubbish and a lot of stuff going online on Twitter regarding VM and FantasySoftEntertainment. So what we're going to take a quick look at here is what exactly happened first. And then we actually have two videos regarding the situation coming from VM himself. Yesterday morning, I saw this from Emosh. You're a lying sack of... Ironic how the minute I look more into this, I give up. I'm not taking credit for this, but if you're going to lie to people and play victim, then there's no skin off my back to let people know what's really going on. Stop lying. And this is regarding a FantasySoftEntertainment tweet where they something happened, it kind of went off the deep end. There was a lot of arguing, and when I tweeted that out, Emosh replied to me and saying, if you're going to report on this, long story short, VM hasn't been involved in the project. This is now Print Adventures. His only provision was a voice snippet he did for FantasySoftEntertainment 5 years ago. He likes the idea but doesn't want them marketing this to his fans if he isn't involved and if nothing is in production. So while VM is aware of the project, it doesn't mean he's actually cast. FantasySoft consistently tried to hammer home that he is, but he isn't. Yes, they did talk, and I'm sure VM is probably interested, but what it comes down to is that FantasySoft hasn't been honest about most of its work. So that's what it is. And like I say, we got two videos here from VM himself, where he addresses all the rumours and he addresses everything that has gone on in the last 24 to 48 hours. So we're going to give these a little listen to now.
Over the last day or two, I have received a lot of questions. FantasySoft and Prince Adventures. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of that. I'm going to tell you the story straight from my mouth, so there will be no mistaking anything that's going on. And here is the story. 6 or 7 years ago, I was approached by a young man who said that he was trying to put together an anime, a faith-based anime series. So you can imagine that immediately made me go, ooh. He sent me the artwork. I mean, I get requests for stuff like that all the time, all varying degrees of quality, but he sent me some of the artwork, and the artwork was really impressive. It was very, very, very cool character sketches. So I told him that if he ever ended up making it, that I would be very happy to talk to him about being a part of it. Well, that was 6 or 7 years ago, and he has not been able to get anything done yet, and a lot of people have been asking me about this, and I want you to hear it from my mouth. I told him that I do not want my name used to raise money. I do not want my name used to promote something that does not yet exist, if you know what I mean. And I made that very clear to him. And I wanted to make it clear with you guys. This is a project that I don't really know anything about. I recorded a couple of lines for him 6 years ago, just to help him get it going. And then nothing has happened since. Several other voice actors have kind of come into the project and then left the project, and come into the project and left the project. I don't know what's going on with it. I wish him the best. I applaud anybody who wants to accomplish something. I admire people who have an idea, a creative idea, and they work hard to accomplish it and execute that idea and actually do the idea. But I told him that I don't want him using my name, promote this project, which has been in limbo for almost 7 years now, and certainly don't want any of you giving money to anything just because my name is is attached to it. So I wanted to clarify that with you guys. I wish him no ill. I wish him all the best. I hope he's able to make it someday. But I don't want my name used to get money from people or anything like that. So, well, that's the question. Somebody just wrote, where can we find it when it's done? Well, it hasn't even been started yet. That's the problem. It's a cool idea, but I don't know really anything about the details of it. I don't really know what the story even is. I mean, it might even be something that I ultimately wouldn't feel good about being a part of, but I don't know that yet because I know nothing. But a lot of people have been writing me and sending me screen captures where, oh, you're doing this thing and you're doing this thing with FantasySoft. And, well, FantasySoft is this gentleman, and I wish him nothing but the best, but it's been 6 or 7 years, and it hasn't gotten off the ground because putting stuff like this together is not always as easy as some people think it is. So I just wanted to get that out there, straight from my own mouth, so there isn't any more conjecture about, oh, is Vic involved with this? Does Vic know about this? Does Vic condone this? I don't condone anybody trying to raise money on my name. And I certainly don't want anyone to feel taken advantage of, invested in something that just hasn't come to pass. So I know very, very little about it, but I wish no one any ill will. I just want the best for all of you. So that's that. What else?
It just sucks because a lot of the things at this moment in time, you know, with VM and conventions and Funimation, you name it, all these other things, we don't need another thing like this going on at this moment in time. And as you can hear from those and see from those videos, straight from the horse's mouth, you know, that's VM, he's the one who was saying exactly what has happened. That the series is not up and running at the moment. Literally, he only did something for them about 6 years ago, where it was like a little voice snippet just to get people interested or whatever. And who knows? If it does go ahead, maybe he will be cast and he may go on to actually do it. But as you can see, he doesn't want people using his name to promote all these cartoons, you know, anime or whatever that they're going to do, and they got him associated with it, because he's not. That's what it is. And as you can see in those videos, he doesn't wish any ill on him. He wishes him all the best. But again, no, on Twitter, it just seems to be that when people, like I say, everyone is stuck indoors now or something, and there's not a lot of things to do, and people do get bored, and people do literally start biting at the littlest thing. I know that mostly because, say, I hear a thing in the street now sometimes, and I don't lose it, but I'm just like, oh, I get a bit tetchy, you know? It's just how a lot of people are, because you can't do what you normally would in life. Everyday life has changed for everyone drastically. You can't go and see your friends, you can't go and see your family. There's just a lot of stuff that people cannot do. And with Twitter, well, it's not just with Twitter, it's with all social media. I've noticed it. I've even noticed it on my own personal Facebook, that this is hard for everyone. And a lot of people are taking it differently, and some people are coping, some people aren't. Obviously, the people who go out every single day, even if their job was to go, you know, travel or whatever, they can't do that. So a lot of people are literally going stir crazy. But as I was saying, from those two videos, we now have it from the horse's mouth, from VM himself. He's saying that at this moment in time, he is not included in it. If he does manage to get himself into the actual project, if the project does go ahead, then great. But if it doesn't, fair enough. But I have seen a lot of people on Twitter over the last, say, 24 to 48 hours. There is so much stuff going on. I'm actually glad I've done my back in, because I'm a bit like, you know what? I can't deal with a lot of this in the minute. You know, there's more important things to life. There's a lot more important things. And with that there, I will be ending the video here. So what I will do, I will leave a link below to the actual Twitter feed. So it is on Victor's. Again, Victor, big shout out to you, mate. Hope you're staying well. I hope everyone's staying well. You know, remember, wash those hands. That's the key thing at this moment, according to a lot of people. But then over in this country, they want to kind of say that it's the 5G that's making people go nuts. But it's not. So stay safe, everybody. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Share the video far and wide. And I'll see all you lovely people soon.